G'day all and welcome back to Nothing But Footy podcast. After last week unveiling the studio, we've went ahead and made sure that Keon's poster is secured securely to the wall, and we're going to go ahead and go through any AFL news we have from the week. Let's go ahead and get right on into it. So Keon, feeling safe now? Nothing going to fall on you?
I hope. I don't feel. I feel safe, but I mean, I never know when it could come down. I hope that our sticking ability was better than the first time.
Did have a question. When our
Turn it off.
Oh, my bad.
Will and I can just hear myself talking.
yeah, we've got a speaker and Sharky didn't turn down the volume.
Oh, I got headphones on, so it's a little different.
Yeah, I thought
I thought you were signaling, hey, I want to move my mic.
Oh no. Yeah, so I did have a question.
I can't look at you with the face. Just your fucking Santa hat.
Yeah, so we are a little elevated today. The Santa hat doesn't look as big on the camera, I don't think.
No.
But my question was, when Sharky does his intro, does the camera just show us sitting here or like on the YouTube video?
No, we said last week. I said I've got a
bit of an animation,
like an overlay.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Because last week it was I can't remember what did I do. I had it. So I think it was
you
just
unveiled the
yeah,
studio.
And it kind of just came
Because we don't have the Sharky cam yet,
No.
so that's on its way.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're into it. We're in the thick of it. This is the thick of
In the
no
thick of
AFL
it.
news.
It's Jack all.
There's actually nothing happening.
Yeah, this is, prime test cricket. I know
Yeah.
we spoke about how, even though there was still cricket, there was still footy news coming about, but there's really nothing much at the moment. So not much to talk about, hey?
We should just not upload to Nothing But Footy and just upload to Nothing But Cricket.
Yeah, I know. It's a bad sign when the podcast is saying 2 minutes in that there's not a lot to talk about.
I was just going to see how long the silence go. Anyway, how was everyone's weekends?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, exact same. I don't think you guys had a different Friday to me.
Yeah, we were
did.
in the studio
We
on
were in the
Friday,
studio.
getting it all prepped up, doing a bit of testing,
Yeah, a lot
crowd
of work. That's
crowd
what we were
research
doing.
testing. Mate, I made the
7-hour
best.
practice podcast,
It
I
was,
heard.
yes, yeah.
I made the,
We were doing practice for the future,
Oh, okay. Big
Long-
things coming.
Big things come. That's
Big-
probably that's like a.
This Christmas hat is like right in the prime of
I
our
genuinely
faces.
can't see you. Yeah, big things coming in. What, 3
I might have to lean
years?
forward just so I can see your face. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I just worked on Friday, so that's probably the extent of mine. And Saturday, we had the same Saturday
We did.
out.
I mean,
out and
ours was
about.
a bit different, Cal. We woke up here and
We did. We woke up.
tried
here.
to watch the cricket.
Okay, tried to watch the cricket. Cricket decided to be rained out.
Mm.
And then
Played some cricket.
we did. We played some cricket. Played a bit of backyard cricket. Probably lost. What we lose 4 or 5 balls. Lost a ball in the bush that somehow disintegrated in the bush. Could not find that
There's
ball.
always one of them.
Sharky and myself, we both got on hat-trick balls.
We did.
Couldn't
we did.
convert though.
Sharky on a hat trick.
Sharky got on a hat-trick ball, yeah.
Jeez.
Couple body shots to get them scared.
Yep, and then Saturday, Sharky then played some basketball, and then we went to his. Then we went out.
Yep.
Can I just say that I was served by a guy at the bottle-o that was like, he had to be 2 years younger than me. He was so young. And he was like making small talk. And I genuinely felt like being like, do you want to come
Was this
out?
at the normal one?
No. It was
okay, I was
at
gonna
Dan
say.
Murphy. Shout out Dan
Oh.
Murphy's.
I thought you were about to say you were about to ask him for his ID.
No,
He
he
was
was
actually supposed to be serving me.
yeah.
He was like, oh, how'd you go on basketball? Because I had to go in my basketball uniform. He's like, how'd you go? I was like, yeah, good. And he was like, what are you getting? And I was like, it's just these things.
There are some odd people at Dan Murphy's, I've noticed.
And he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, just going out. He's like, yeah. And then I pulled up the digital license because I was like, oh, why not? Like,
Yeah.
because they're out now. And I was like, oh, I may as well show him, like, let him know what's going on. He's like, yeah, I should get this one myself. And I was like, okay.
So did it work?
Yeah, it does.
Like, did he have to scan it?
He didn't scan it or anything. He just took it and put the code in.
It gives you a
Oh.
code.
No, like, as in, how they have to put in a birthday when they scan your ID.
They do?
Yeah.
When they look at your ID, they have to chuck in a code.
No, I thought they just look at it. And
Yeah, same.
Make sure I
They
was-
just normally look at it.
Yeah.
Like
Give it a bit of a tap on
Yeah.
the
BWS and whatever.
And
Bit
then
of a
like,
up, down,
yeah,
up,
and
down.
If he was checking my ID, I'd genuinely go, I want to see yours now, please. I'd pull up for his RSA.
Yeah.
But how often do you get ID checked though?
Dan Murphy's, it does it every time.
Dan Murphy's, BWS.
I went in there.
Oh, well, it depends.
one
Like
time,
some
I think,
joints,
yeah.
like some joints they know.
Well, funny story. When I was in Port Douglas up in Queensland,
Yeah.
didn't get ID'd once. Got a beer everywhere I
Yeah.
went. Didn't get ID'd one time.
The most time I reckon I get ID'd is like when we're all together. If I'm like one-on-one, I feel like I'm less likely to get ID'd.
I get ID'd like.
If you go to big places, you always get ID'd. Like
they got
the-
I haven't been ID'd at like a local one. in
the
forever.
place that connects to my work, they ID, like she knows who I am. She sees like,
IDs you,
she
yeah.
sees me working. I've been like 10 times, and she just constantly asks, and it really grinds my gears to
It's
be
like,
honest.
you know
with
who I am.
It's like, do you want me to just like frame it for
Yeah.
you and like leave it on your desk or something? Like,
The BWS I go to there, like the lady always goes, "Oh, can I see your IDs?" And we're like, we're here like enough that you shouldn't be doing this. She's like, I know, but like I got to do it. I'm
It's like
"Yeah,
a
that's
Pizza
fine."
Hut guy.
yeah, I
he
know.
knows who we are.
Yeah, well, he's loving it. Yeah, I reckon he might have forgotten about you. He hasn't
Yeah.
seen you in a while. But Sharky and I, we're frequently there. And
Yes, everywhere.
he got a fresh trim actually.
He was looking all business. He's got a meeting or something coming up.
Yeah, had to have been.
Fresh
He's
trim.
upgrading. He's becoming
Well, yeah, to be
area
fair,
manager.
the store sales have to be up since
It
we've been
does.
getting down there.
Would they technically? Because technically we're actually stealing pizzas.
That is true. But, oh my God, he's already hit 50.
On debut.
Yeah. Sorry. The Big Bash is on. Sam Constas is he's hit 50 on debut of, how many balls is that?
20.
20
Yeah.
balls. He's whacking it around.
Basically, we're sitting here at the same age as him
Yeah,
doing this while he's just out there.
doing that.
Yeah.
But, you know,
We'd much prefer to be here though.
We
Oh,
would,
yeah.
100%.
yeah.
I don't want to be playing cricket at all or facing a ball at 140 k's.
Not all be in the same team.
Smashing
His team is
people.
David Warner.
Smashing someone for 6.
Mm.
So what do we got to talk about, Sharky?
Supercoach prices came out for some people.
I just knew he was going to say that. That's more of a deep into the podcast kind of thing.
Well, I got to be learning about this stuff now because apparently I got to have a team up and running.
Yeah, Sharky Supercoach.
Yes, yeah.
It's going to open up soon
It will.
because the teams are opening up soon. So,
Well, we got to start to like lock in on what our segments are going to be. Should we run through what our segments are and people can tell us whether we get rid of them or we keep them?
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, yeah, sure. Give me a second and I'll pull them up.
So, do we want to do Supercoach prices afterwards?
Yeah, sure. We'll do it
Yeah.
afterward. So, guys, on the review, so when we go through the round that was, we have the Wonkers, they're going to stay. Will's Where's Your Wallet's going to stay. Then we're going to have a new voting system for Supercoach Player of the Week. We're going to go,
Supercoach.
What?
not
Just
Supercoach,
player.
Player of the Week.
Yeah.
We're going to have a 3-2-1 voting system. And so these are players of the round. So each game won't have a 3-2-1, only the round will. Then we're going to have Keon's Undercover Night. And then depending on if Optus
Oh,
was
that's sticking around, is it?
Undercover night, I reckon we'll keep.
Oh, nice.
I feel like I can't just completely
Ditch off all of them.
everything, just kick it
well,
out.
Will, you've kept both of yours. So like,
Which one? Wallet and yeah, but mine like work.
Yeah, here's
like
a good.
in terms of alliteration as well.
there's not a lot of K
Right,
things,
yeah,
is there?
Keon's. I was gonna say
Kiss
something.
cam.
Well, Night
Chaos
works
is good.
on text
Yeah, it
because
does.
it's got K's.
Yeah,
But when you say it out loud, it doesn't
Keon's
really.
nights. No,
Sharky Supercoach works good.
Keon's.
Crazy catches. If we were a cricket
Yeah.
podcast, that would be Mitch Marsh and Steve Smith today.
Keon's.
We need to stop talking about cricket, or otherwise we'll actually have to post this to the Nothing But Cricket.
I can't even think of anything. Kookaburra started making footy, so Keon's Kookaburra Mark of the Week.
Oh God.
Then we'll go into the preview. So previewing the round.
I think we skipped one, didn't we? I think it says hotline.
Yeah.
Is that what that says?
Oh, mate, you got a lot of promises to keep. You promised a hotline.
Yeah, I did. But like, if Optus wants to be like that,
Surely we don't have to do it through them though.
well, I'm not. I was looking into a couple other ways, and we can talk about it afterwards. But I would like to go for a digital SIM,
A digital SIM.
like because you know how Google,
An eSIM.
nah, I mean you know how like Google, there's like Google calls and stuff like that. Like Zoom has phone plans and stuff.
Or you want people to just WhatsApp us or something?
Nah, they can still call us through the phone. It just goes to like a digital platform.
I thought people would just send us like a voice message in
Yeah, exactly,
Instagram, to be
yeah.
honest. That's what I thought we would just do it.
Guys, we've figured out the Nothing But Footy hotline. You're going to be sending us voice memos.
All right, so now it's Keon's hotline.
Yeah, you may as well. Kisses calling. Oi.
Keon's, yeah. Oh, that's actually not bad.
Calling Kiz.
Calling
kids.
kids.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
actually not,
yeah.
that's
Let's
actually
put it
not
in there
bad.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
Jeez.
beautiful.
You've just seen us, you know.
That's just us on the spot.
Yeah, that's mine's working, cranking right there.
Then in the preview, we've got in the
this
round.
In this round.
In this round, which
Which
will
is
be
a new one we're going to bring in, which is basically us going over a couple things that have happened
And
in
if,
previous years.
if
in
you
the
watch The Bounce,
Yes.
no, you don't.
You don't know what we're talking
You
about.
have no idea. Yeah. Shh.
And then we got a new one of mine, which is around the globe, which is what's happening around the world. Maybe some sporting ones, maybe some more interesting, hot off the press news. We'll figure that out later. But
Jeez.
just what's going on?
Exciting.
That was the most sarcastic.
No,
exciting.
no, I'm genuinely excited for that.
When we came up with that, I feel like it was good because I feel like we're always forced to talk about football,
Yeah.
and now we can talk about something else.
Well, it has to be good news though. Like
It
if he
does.
pulls out and just says like,
But there's that much depressing news. Like,
No, are we keeping it to
just want breaking
sport? We're
news.
keeping it to sports news, though, are we?
Oh.
Aren't we? Or are we keeping it to
no,
general
I thought it was
news?
just general news.
Oh, so it's like
if something breaks the bank, you got to talk
so it's
about
like Donald Trump became
it.
president.
Yeah,
We
something
talk
like
about
that.
Okay,
Yeah. If there's like, you know, another assassination or something like
yeah,
that.
right.
they didn't die. He didn't die, did he?
No, the healthcare.
Oh,
Didn't,
Yeah.
didn't JFK die?
which one are we
Who?
talking about
Or was
here?
that Kennedy? Which one died?
JFK.
Who got? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, ages ago. That was like,
Isn't that
yeah.
what we're talking about? Assassination?
Recently.
No.
Oh, you're talking about
the
the shot
healthcare.
Trump.
Yeah.
I've not been paying attention to that at all. Do you want to fill me in on that?
Yeah, it's basically this bloke called Luigi just went up and killed this CEO of an insurance company in America.
That, I did see that. Yeah, that's scary.
In broad daylight and rode off on one of those like lime bikes.
Bro,
just around
just
the-
pulled it out, just went pew pew.
Yeah. And a lot of people are on Luigi's side. But he got caught by a Macca's employee
Oh my god.
because there was a $10,000 reward for,
Isn't she not even getting the reward? I heard somewhere.
not sure.
So that's a preview into around the globe.
But like, how would you know that? Like, unless you're like the people giving out the reward or that chick, how would Sharky from Australia figure out that she's not getting that reward?
Someone told me today, and I was kind of like, I was pretending like I knew. I was like, oh
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, Luigi. I had no idea what was going on. They're like, she's not getting the reward because she called the wrong number. I was like, what number was she meant to call?
Yeah, what?
It's like restricted. Anyway, then we have airtime. Sharky's airtime. I completely forgot what it was
He
called.
forgot his own
Jeez,
segment.
he's on airtime. What's this?
I got 2 back to back. And then we got hotline again, which will be calling Kiz now.
I thought that's what you literally just changed it to.
No, change the other one.
We're going to have one in the preview.
So we've
and
got
one in
2 calling kisses.
Alrighty.
yeah.
What?
One's going to be preview, one's going to be review.
So I'm
Ah.
assuming one's going to review.
Why don't we do one of them is calling kids and one of them is just the hotline? So you still have to figure out the hotline that you said you would.
Nah.
So one of them, you just have to send me a voice note in my DMs.
Yeah.
The other one is Sharky's actually going to set up one.
Yeah. Pretty much.
No, I just keep it as calling kids. It doesn't have
calling
to,
kids.
It does have to be
Yeah.
anything special. Just,
And then we have Sharky Super Coach to wrap it off.
Nice. Love that. I'm
I
very
feel like I'm
excited
lacking
for that.
in the preview, so I reckon I need something else. If someone can message through any.
Well, it starts with K. It also can be used in the segment.
Maybe C.
yeah, we can
Kayon's
see.
crack at, I don't know, calling out people. Oh, Keon calling out coaches.
That's actually yeah,
Jeez.
it's not bad.
After the week in the preview rounds, you know,
Keon's crackheads.
Keon's cracking it at coaches. But
Oh, it could just be Keon's crack.
yeah, just have a crack at anything.
Just lose my shit at someone.
Yeah, I like that as well.
Oh yeah, I'm not excited for the Supercoach one because every year I go, oh, I'm going to try Supercoach, and then I have someone else make my team, and then I don't look at my team for the whole year.
To be fair, you could do something crazy and like if you just follow like one of those YouTubers who normally like place in the 100, copy him, and you could just absolutely bewilder us this year and just be like, and we'd be like, so why are you making this? Oh, I don't know. It just feels like the right trade.
Do they tell you the thing though? Like everything that's going
They
on?
usually like hint sort of at who they're going to go with, but they'll tell you their starting team and they'll talk to you the players they're thinking. Some of them don't because they don't want to allow you to do it, but some of them sort of do. Plus, I don't know, you work it out.
Yeah, I guess I will. I guess I'll have to.
So yeah, that's our segments for the 2025 season. If anyone's got any ones there they reckon that we should do, please let us know on Spotify. You know, message us.
We still want some
message
comments,
us
guys.
Comments. Message us on Instagram. Comment on the TikToks. Yeah. Should we get into the Supercoach prices?
Yeah, I reckon.
Is it like Supercoach can't like
No,
on the
it's a
website,
bit of a hint.
Okay.
So it's a bit of a hint. Starting off, we've got Bont at 681K.
Yeah, wow.
So he's getting on expensive. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a miss or not.
Well, see, my question: are we getting more money for the flexi?
No, we're not.
No, see,
So no, you're not getting extra money for that.
Do the
But
viewers know about the
apparently-
flexi?
did we talk about it last
No,
week?
we haven't talked about the flexi.
So basically, there's a flexi coming in, which becomes an extra man on the field. So you have 23. And let's say someone on your field scores a 40 or let's say someone gets injured, right? And they score 40. Your flexi can come on and they might score 90 and you get their 90 instead of the 40 of the injury. So it's basically like a live emergency. It's basically just another emergency, but that can actually be used even if a player plays, basically.
Yeah.
It's all the way to describe it, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I'm not sure. I don't really know much about it. I know that you said that AFL Fantasy does it. So
I just feel like you lose the. We were talking about it, Sharky, last week. I just
Nick
feel like
Martin special.
yeah, well, you just lose
the
like
risk factor.
the risk factor and the authenticity of it. Just I feel like each year teams have become a lot more alike every year that we've gone through. I feel like that's just sort of what's going to be.
Yeah.
Because everyone's going to be like, oh, this play's the flexi play to go with.
Yeah, well,
And
like that could end up being like, you know, a Will Day or someone
Yeah,
that will just
someone you bump
consistently
out.
get 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely get what you mean. And then you can start going for more risky players for that 140
Yeah.
or something like that. But yeah, I did hear with the flexi, you don't get extra money, but the prices have been reduced to everyone.
So Bond's more of like a 700k type of player.
Yeah,
technically.
exactly. Yeah. So Bont is 681. That's a bit expensive for me, but not sure. Jagger Smith is 194,000, which is
Well, normally with the rookies, you can kind of work it out if you just.
yeah. And you look at previous years as
Yeah.
well. Finn O'Sullivan is 199k, so basically 200. That's probably a miss for me as well.
Yeah, I don't think anyone should really be taking
Yeah.
Sutherland, to be honest.
Nah. Jagger Smith could be good if he gets a halfback role.
Yeah.
I mean, accumulator, if he uses it well, he could be a hundreds.
I reckon
Bit
there's
of a Colby
possibly some other
McKercher.
better players because they've got like a Newman, like they've already got people in that position. It's
Yeah.
not like he's getting it himself.
Yeah. Zeri is 645,000.
Yeah, now that's crazy.
So he is very, very expensive.
Are there any like Zeris of this season
Yeah.
that we could like at like the 450?
Maybe like a Dante Vicentini from Port.
He'd be even cheaper.
Yeah. Maybe even like an Ivan Soldo
Yeah.
or a Jordan Sweet would go up, I'd say.
The only thing is you've just named
Three Port Rucks.
Rucks, so it's like
Well, because they're
job security.
They're very ruck deep, aren't they? Yeah, I'm not. Maybe Shannon Neal. Does he have DPP?
That's a good question, actually. Guess we'll have to
Conway?
wait to find out.
Conway might get the spot
Yeah,
over.
he's an interesting one. That's going to be an interesting one to talk about.
Yeah, so Conway could get the spot over Reece Stanley. Next one is a good one. Jack McRae, 392K.
Yeah, that's something with forward position as well. So that's one that everyone's going to sort of, I reckon that's just
He should be in your forward line.
Remember that,
Definitely.
Jack McRae in your
Jack
team.
McRae.
In your forward
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Will Ashcroft, 441. Now, I really like this one. Coming off a Norm Smith.
Yeah, but do you reckon their midfield is like that stacked where 1 week he can score big and the next week he can...
Yeah, I don't know. His final series was elite, obviously, in that midfield. Whether they push people in or
right
out,
there
is not
is
sure.
where I reckon is like where the flexi player works, right?
You can
'Cause
chuck
you
him
can
in and
have
then,
have him in and then have, like you said, a Will Day.
yeah, definitely. Jason Horne-Francis, 537.
Now I had him last year and he doesn't do enough for me.
Nah.
Doesn't do.
It almost seems like his ceiling isn't high enough as well.
Yeah.
And
His average just isn't. He fluctuates way too much.
yeah,
It's like he just has those games where he has 12 touches and he may kick a goal, but his efficiency is horrible and
yeah.
yeah.
It's one of those ones where it's like, you could pick someone like you were saying, a Rankin, who will get like a 140
Yeah.
or like maybe an 80 or a 70.
Yeah.
Whereas with Horne-Francis, it'll maybe be a 120
Yeah, it's very
or
rare.
a 40,
Yeah.
so his fluctuations are just way lower.
What is the ranking on there at all?
No, but they reckon that Horne-Francis is one that everyone needs in their team, apparently.
Is he forward?
Mid, I think.
And how much is he? 540, you said?
537. He could be forward, though. It doesn't really say positions.
I don't think he... I don't know. I would say Rankin's probably around about the same price as him as well. You'd
I'd
probably
much rather
say.
Rankin as well, yeah.
And he'd definitely have forward position. So I don't know. Sharky?
Listen, I have never subscribed to the money in Supercoach. It's too confusing. I don't understand it.
Do you remember when you made a spreadsheet and you told everyone you were going to win the entire year?
Which one was that?
That was 2 years ago.
I say that a lot.
So this year your draft one was all right,
My draft one was good.
but the year before that you had a normal Supercoach one.
Yeah, mate, I don't understand the normal one. I don't know how many times I'll sit there and I'll be like, we're like, okay, I get buy low, sell big. Or buy low, he's
You
worth
just think
it.
about it as a stock market.
I don't understand the stock. See, I get what I'm meant to be doing. It's like, I put too much emotion in it. It's like, oh, I like them. And then
Yeah.
that's just stupid. And then I'm like, okay, why wouldn't I just have all guns on my team? It's too expensive. And then they would come to the players that I don't know that well. And
I think
The worst part is wait.
I
till
also
you-
don't like how everyone else can have the same players.
Yeah, I think it definitely plays a part when you don't know the players you're picking.
Yeah, well, just wait till the player you have in one of them, you're playing against so you have draft
why I don't
and
wanna
classics.
do it.
Imagine you've got Nick
Oh
Martin,
my gosh.
but in your draft team, but you're
But
Like,
I
you know
don't
what I
care
mean?
so much
You're
more
just
about the draft team. The
well, that's
draft's
got a
so
lot more
much
punishment towards it, I guess.
But the draft is I feel like the draft is not harder, but it's you have to manage it more.
Yes.
For anyone that doesn't know, the draft is between our mates.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a Supercoach draft team, 8 players. But finishing...
12 technically.
Oh, yeah.
10.
Four bench.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. Yeah, no, I get what you meant. Yes. I thought you said
9.
participants.
We have
When you
9.
said
Yeah.
We have
players,
9 that
I
participate.
thought you meant participants.
Yeah.
No, wait, 10.
We have 9.
10.
10.
Anyways.
Yes, 10 because you can only have.
Regardless.
We're arguing about participants.
To be fair, I think it's pretty easy to not finish last in the draft.
If you just.
We were having a conversation about this the other day.
Yeah. We'll speak after we'll speak to you about it, get your
okay.
thoughts. But if you're switched on about it, then you're fine.
Yeah.
It's just when you're not switched on.
And
But the draft
basically-
is good because the draft is you sort of got your main stock players and then you kind of just roll through other players that are performing at a time or someone gets injured and you pick him before someone else picks him.
It
I
feels
haven't-
more manageable. It's it's
Yeah.
not too much where I'm ranting about randoms. But
No,
That's just because there's no prices for you.
The only thing I don't like is that I wish it was as customizable as like NFL fantasy, because the way that they do it is so cool. Like you can choose how many points someone gets for. Like we could choose how many points a player gets for a disposal or a turnover. You could choose.
Oh.
You could choose someone if they kick a goal, they get 100 points. Like you can
yeah.
choose what you
I'd
want.
make a
like,
goal worth more than 8.
Like you can
Is it 8?
10, I think.
Okay, I think it's 8. I think a goal.
I think it's 8, and then it's 2 for like a kick, and then it's like
Yeah, so it's basically 10. But it's stupid because all the all genuine forwards.
Yeah, they
Yes.
don't
Yeah,
do
it's
much
not-
because they
yeah.
don't touch the ball a lot, but they'll kick 5 goals and score a 60.
So yeah, it's just stupid. It's like what they'll like. Jeremy Cameron was all right. He was probably the only genuine forward that would.
That's
score
because he
all
was
right.
racking it up as well.
Yeah,
Last thing, anyone that has a draft, and if you have a keepers league, which we do this year, keep someone that is not a midfielder. That is my.
yeah. That's exactly
Uh,
right.
I would say that's probably my.
I'm saying
little
forwards would be more
secret. I would say,
eligible.
yeah, forwards or defender. Like if you have quite a good defender, there are better defenders. Yeah,
I
but-
reckon defenders are easy to get. Like this year, I was struggling for forwards because there's only I feel like there's only a finite amount of forwards that are like ball users.
Because I feel like this year we definitely saw the teams that did better had good forwards. Like who did you have in your forward
Dylan
line?
Moore.
Yeah, Dylan
Yeah.
Moore and
I forgot who my other one was.
Did
I
we
had,
just-
I had
did you have Jesse
Zorko.
No, I had a good
No, he
forward
had a
line.
good one. Like I had Zorko, but I struggled with my second one.
I've got a.
Who do you have?
I had
Oh, you
stinkers.
had Jeremy Cameron and Charlie Kerno.
Yeah,
didn't you?
and he rolled them 3. Joe
Yeah.
Danaher as well, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I
if
didn't,
you
have
have
Joe,
a
I
good-
didn't have Joe Danaher. Chris had Joe Danaher.
You had a certain player.
I did have someone.
Yeah, like a
Um,
different full forward that you wanted to switch between.
I guess we can talk about it. So a player to look out for would be Jack McRae.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely in that forward line. I reckon he'll go really early though in the draft.
I think he would.
Who had him in the actual draft?
I don't reckon anyone like. Do you mean if anyone still has him?
Yeah,
I don't reckon anyone has him.
These are the teams as we left them.
I'll have a look at mine. Forward lines.
Dylan Moore.
Those-
You had Flanders.
Flanders. So
yeah.
he won't obviously have
A midfielder and a high half forward.
Yeah, so he won't have that forward DPP, I don't think, next year.
Yeah, probably not.
But either one of those is a great keep for me, Dylan Moore or Sam Flanders. So
Mhm.
happy with that. Yeah, who was Sharkies?
I had
Jeremy Cameron, Charlie Kerno.
Charlie Kerner. That's right.
And yeah, that was it.
And then K on yours?
I had Zorko, Fisher. I rolled through quite a few. I
Yeah,
had
yeah.
Zorko, Fisher. That's what I ended with, but I remember. Oh, Jai Simpkin and Philippou as well. But I rolled my full. I had Zorko, but I rolled through my second spot quite a bit.
Yeah. Well,
You'll probably bring this up. This might be helpful.
I picked up Dylan Moore for a bag of chips.
You did.
Literally
Yeah.
on the market. I picked up Darcy Cameron for a bag of chips on the free agent market as well. Yeah, it's interesting. I reckon
When'd you pick him up, roughly?
who?
Dylan Moore. Did you get him at the start?
No, but maybe around 10
Brought him in round 10.
ish. Somewhere around there.
If you brought him in round 10, he'd be a happy boy.
Why?
Well, because round 10, he wasn't scoring that well. He got 66. Then round 11, he got 73. And then the
Yeah, but
round
that's 'cause
after,
the person that gave
got
him to him is an
170.
idiot.
Yeah. So that was basically what happened.
who got rid of him?
Chris
Oh,
Chris
God.
got rid of him, and he was like, "Oh, he hasn't been scoring good for me all year." And I was like, "Mate, Dylan Moore, I'll pick him
Yeah.
up easily."
Did you get him through a trade or?
No, free agent.
Oh, my days.
And he just went nuts for me after that. From round 10 is probably when he made his case for All Australian. Same with Darcy Cameron. He was nominated in the 40-man All Australian squad. I picked him up maybe round 16, 17 for free when I told Chris I would give him stuff for Darcy Cameron. So
Darcy Cameron, when did you get him? Same time, roughly?
maybe a little bit later.
So you got him round.
I got him and he had like maybe around 6 to 18.
Because I got
If you got around,
him,
if you got around 18, yeah, he had 131 that week. Then the week after, he had 132. Week after, 121. He didn't score under 90 once you got him.
Yeah.
I got him probably at around round 13 through a trade, However, I already had 2 ruckmen, so I couldn't have 3 ruckmen.
I'm guessing you got rid of him.
So I
around,
gave him to Chris.
Guessing you got rid of him around like maybe 15.
Yeah, around there. I gave him to Chris for someone.
And Chris
And
just
Chris
thought he didn't need him.
technically would have won that trade, in my opinion.
Mm.
Except he ended up getting rid of him anyway. So
For nothing.
yeah, he just dropped him. I think he would have been Alex Davies, I think.
Yeah, like genuinely nothing.
So yeah.
Anyway, the draft. I prefer, bring it back. I prefer the draft to classic, and I feel like it's going to be very interesting.
The draft is more, in my opinion, I rather the classic, but I think the draft is more fun because you're properly competing. It's literally like you said, in classic, everyone has sort of the same players, but this one, it's your own team. Like you're not praying for, if you want this player to be good, the other person's not going to have them as well.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
true. There's no unique players in the
Like,
draft.
like whenever I'm watching a game, like I'm thinking like either who's on my team or like who do I want to do badly.
Like, Jake Kelly's having a good game, but they also have Jake Kelly, so it's like, oh well, I want him to go big, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Whereas in this, he goes big. Jake Kelly goes big, then you're good because. But yeah, that's our little draft classic talk as well.
I think I tried to pick up Jack McRae.
Did you?
Oh no. I might have got rid of Jack.
He would have.
McRae.
He would have been. No one would have had him in the end.
Yeah, no chance because he wasn't playing finals
No.
either. Yeah, interesting though, to say the least.
There are some interesting players though. If people don't keep them,
Mm.
it is a tough one when you've got one player to keep. Who do you sort of keep?
Well, remember what Mr. our PE teacher, my PE teacher,
In year 12?
year 12.
Yeah.
Remember what his NBA draft was like?
No.
Oh, he had one where we draft them now, and he goes, these are our teams forever.
Oh.
And he goes, they're all keepers.
Oh.
So the first draft was like, so they don't never redraft.
Oh.
What happens if they retire?
You have to pick up someone new.
Oh. So in like 15 years' time, you could have a completely different team.
So what
Then you
about like
draft
rookies
it.
that come along each year? Do they do a draft for those?
So I can drop. So if I have LeBron and LeBron's doing shit, I can drop LeBron. It's just that.
You can drop LeBron and pick up someone else, and it's in the ladder order of the draft,
Okay.
like that. But
What?
they're like the same.
There's actually no draft. That's what.
No,
it
so
is.
you draft at the start?
Yeah, but I'm saying there's no draft.
No.
Yeah. Okay. That's shit.
Well, he was like, it's good for like longevity. So he's like, you got to
It's
think
good.
ahead.
It's good. So it's like, well,
He was like, because each year we
yeah,
just
no,
redraft.
I don't like it.
I'm not a fan either,
Yeah, no,
to be
it doesn't
honest.
NBA.
That's
one
just a lazy
confuses
way.
me
That's
even
a
more.
lazy way to do it. I feel.
Mm.
I feel like the whole point of it, the fun part, is doing the draft.
Well, it's the whole name of it, you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is the other bit.
It's
But
draft.
if you, the person who lost, he picked Oliver at pick 4. That was the whole. He lost solely because of that.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's make or break. Wow. It's actually not make or break. Someone drafted Kieran Briggs at pick 7.
Yeah.
He won the league. I don't know who that was, actually. Anyways, it definitely makes or breaks it if you don't do the right moves after that.
Mm.
And this
You
bloke,
got to be active.
this bloke did not care enough, at least.
Well, he kept
They-
on being like, he's coming, like, he's like, Clayton's coming back.
Yeah.
He's like, Clayton, come on. He's like, he's going to have that dog in him.
But you've also got to be an active user in the sense that
I can tell
you got to be checking waiver wires all
I
the
can
time.
tell you this year, activity will be high
Oh yeah,
because
the punishment.
Yeah.
not just the punishment.
Nah, when I was going through like the waiver wire, we were always going through and like, I was always checking waiver wire. Where last year I wasn't.
Well, because like you can catch someone off a sneaky trade.
Mm.
They get rid of someone you like, and simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else we have to talk about? What the AFL website? What's the? Obviously, there was the AFLW draft.
Yeah, there
I
was.
mean, me and Will,
Where she played with pick 18.
pick 18. We did more than play. We actually were.
We actually led her to a career. We were captained.
You
We
made
ca-
her what she was.
We captained her side. We were in the side. We were the skippers of our primary school football side, and she was in that side. So we basically
Brought her up from the ground.
Yeah,
up.
basically, like from the ground up.
I
Yeah.
built this shit brick by brick.
Yeah. Obviously, when went to our high school as well.
Yep.
Didn't she goal umpire? She ran water for
She did.
us
She
in
did.
year 11 or
Wow.
year 12. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Pick 18. That was.
We should get her on.
Yeah. Did we end up talking about the fixtures for every team?
Yeah.
I don't think we did.
Kind of.
There was like the easiest fixture to the hardest fixture.
Oh, we didn't do that. I remember we just went through partially and said like Hawks have the most games. You said some stuff about that.
Yeah. Well,
Here we go.
I'm pretty sure Carlton have the fifth easiest fixture.
Here it
Or
is.
the second easiest fixture. I'm not sure which one it
Here
was.
it is broken down. How's this work? Because we do know those games.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So
Adelaide's just got an average, like just an easy fixture.
God, who has the easiest? So
Well, this doesn't help us with the easiest. This is
who has the easiest in
stop
rounds?
moving.
1
Scroll
to
down.
6.
Scroll
1
down.
to 6. Gold Coast.
Hawthorn starts off very difficult. GWS starts off very easy.
Gold Coast start even more easy.
They do.
Yeah.
I mean, this doesn't really tell us much.
Yeah, it doesn't tell us anything.
I'll try and find the post. I think it's probably on Fox Footy or something. Not to say we would ever steal any content from Fox Footy. We could probably.
we're just sharing it. Like,
Yeah, they can have some of ours. We'll have some of
Yeah.
theirs.
Yeah. We could probably come up with our own, to be honest, if we looked into it. But yeah, definitely is interesting to say the least. Nothing really else that's gone down at the moment in terms of AFL. Did we want to finish this off with cricket talk?
is there much to talk about?
Oh, I feel like there's plenty to talk about.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I'll start it off. How good's Travis Head?
Just elite.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He makes everyone else look so bad.
Wow.
No, but you know what I mean. You watch him hit it around, and you're like, wow. I feel like if I watched him for like an hour period and went out and versed it, that I would be confident that I was going to have an all-time game.
Yeah, him and Steve Smith, like just in that prime slot, was just perfection. Like in terms of watching, it was just so good. Like the Indians couldn't do anything at all.
Well, the crazy thing is, right, he comes out. Normally when a new batsman comes in, the field's close in, they're trying to get him edging, making a mistake. Travis Head comes out. He's made a name for himself that obviously he's got a high strike rate, that everyone just goes to the boundary straight away, basically. So the pressure's already released off him that he can start to, get those ones and twos, and then he's in, and then he starts whacking them for boundaries.
Yeah, it was deep point every time.
So that's the thing, and he's built that through his, the last 3-4 years, which is classed by him, is that he's just, put that pressure on teams already that they got to worry that he's going to come out and he can easily just put 100 runs on in 100 balls.
And he plays that bounce so well.
What about that?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He
How
plays
good
the
was
bounce
that?
just so well.
Imagine that going to 140 at your head and you're like, oh,
Well, he did it twice.
it's unreal.
Yeah, so
What about Bumrah switching Marnus's bails?
Siraj.
Oh, sorry. Siraj.
yeah, that was smart.
I mean, it was.
And they
Because it got in his head.
Yeah, it did, and they ended up getting him because,
I don't think it was because of that, but I think it did show. It did.
No, like if they can break your
It's just
attention,
in your head.
yeah,
And
he's
someone
in your
like
head.
Marnus as well.
Cares a lot about that
Yeah,
stuff.
like it's all superstitious stuff.
Yeah, so I genuinely reckon that was really smart and probably played a part.
Mm.
Hate the bloke, but like in terms of winning a cricket match, it's a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
But
Smudge with a ton.
yeah, vintage. He was playing some unreal shots. Him and
Proper
Head
test
again.
cricket.
Yeah, we're just finding gaps where gaps weren't. So that was
You boys
definitely
were
great.
hating on him.
What?
You boys were hating on him last week.
He deserved hating it, mate. He hasn't turned up in 20 innings.
And he proved that he's still the world class player he is.
After
don't think- I feel like I was-
20 innings.
I feel like I was critical, but of just his pace.
In the last 20
No, I
days,
was-
the big four have all scored a ton How crazy is that?
In
It's been like 5 years since they've all done it within a month or something.
the Fab Four.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they've all done it within 20 days.
Yeah.
All over the age of like what? Probably 34 probably.
Yeah. Well, Virat's even, he's not having a good time in
No, he's
at all.
No.
So we could probably talk about the Hazelwood injury as well. Hazelwood went down to
Bowling at the G, come on.
it's happening. I'm pretty
How
sure.
good.
Yeah, he's done. He'll be done for a series.
Yeah, because obviously you could tell he wasn't 100%. Was showing signs and definitely wasn't ready to play. Still got Virat out. To be fair.
Well, the whole reason he came in was that they knew they had Boland. That was like, we can take the risk.
Yeah. So Bowen at the G, that'll be elite. Hazelwood out. Gary was bowling a lot of overs because of that injury, obviously. And
Missing Cam Green was quite notable there.
oh yeah, well even
Because
Travis
Mitch-
Head bowled an over.
Mitch Marsh's body obviously struggles to hold up when he bowls, so he can't bowl that much. Whereas Cam Green can come in, he can bowl as much as he wants, bowl 140, you know. I was surprised we didn't bowl Marnus as much, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, I hate Martin's bowling, to be fair. But yeah, well, as I was saying, Gary's bowling led to Steve Smith with an incredible catch.
Mm-hmm.
That was just elite. 0.44 seconds of reaction time to get that ball. Dropped an absolute sitter
He did,
from the
yeah.
first
Took
day.
out Kawaja afterwards.
Yeah, I know. It was a classy landing from him. But
If I'm going to go down, you're going to go down with
yeah,
me.
basically. But yeah, backed it up well. Did let 40 extra runs on for Rahul, but yeah, it almost seems like India's back order is way better than their front end. To be honest, you've got Reddy, the score and run. Jadeja was going nuts.
Jadeja's genuinely one of these my only favourite Indian player that I like watching.
Why'd they drop him for?
They just have this thing where they
Ashwin?
just like rolling around the team.
Yeah.
They haven't stick to the same spinner in any of the test matches.
Nah, exactly. And they dropped Ranner as well for this one as well. So
Which, if you think about it, probably saved them because
they had Akash Deep.
Yeah, was able to bat.
Yeah, and they were very big. They just came out there and they just teed up,
Yeah.
which
Which is crazy because Stark and Cummins are so well known for being able just to clean the tail up in 2 overs.
Yeah,
And the fact that we couldn't get him done. Like, his best score was 17 and he decided to come out and what's he on now? Like 31 or something?
yeah. It's funny because that's normally how you'll see Cummins and Stark get their fifers. There'll be 3 for in the bottom order and then they'll clean up 10 and 11, 9, 10 and 11. So, yeah, that was pretty interesting. Sharky, did you have anything else to add Test cricket wise?
Not really.
Obviously, the Big Bash is back.
Oh god.
Yeah.
2 days ago, it started up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
And
know.
it started with a bang as well.
Yeah,
I'd say. I think this will be probably one of it'll be
Well, it's short in the season, which is good.
best that it can possibly be since it started to drop off. Back when they started playing too many games and they kind of just ruined the sport a bit, but they've fixed it now with the whole draft and
yeah,
they're trying to bring it back, but we'll see how they go.
yeah. It definitely did have a massive drop off, but this is one of the first years since I was in year 7 or 8, maybe, that I've been genuinely interested in going to watch the cricket. I'll probably get down to the derby. We'll probably make our way down there.
I think the other thing is like the way that they've done it this year is that obviously the players from the test match can play a lot more of the season than they usually do. Like normally they play 2-3 games and then they play the finals, but they might have to leave the finals for a bit.
Yeah.
Or there's a lot of overseas players that have to leave because, they got country duties to do, but they've sort of done it quite well, I would say, that they don't have to deal with that stuff too much. So yeah, I think they've done well. I think it's going to work well.
Fair enough. Yeah, well, I'm hoping to see the success of it. Obviously, it was a massive part of our childhood.
Exactly.
It was massive when we were kids. I think, just need a couple of entertainers out there. Some big clips. Get some international audience as well. You need those. DJ Bravo.
Exactly,
like
you need your Glenn Maxwell
Yeah,
and
you
your
need-
Aaron Finch, your DJ Bravo,
you're someone to come out there.
Like,
Even
your
KP,
Chris
Lynn.
Lynn's, Chris
Even
Gales.
Yeah,
Chris
and like,
Gale.
oh yeah, miss him. Like you need your KPs and all those. Your Shane Warnes,
Yeah.
get on the mic, like
Yes.
entertaining stuff. Get these kids involved. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see how it ends up panning out. But apart from that, I think we're all done. Hey,
Yeah.
I think we're all done for this week of the Nothing But Footy podcast, I reckon. Actually, do we want to float them what might be coming up in the next soon?
Oh yes.
yes,
You can.
well, I'll float the idea then. How much
mysterious.
am I? Giving away here.
Something's changing.
Something is changing. It's a pretty big change.
It is.
It's a big change from the start.
It's a good change.
It's a very good change.
It's a great
Yes,
change.
Yeah.
The team's very excited here at Nothing But Studios.
Yes, we
Yeah.
are.
I think most people will be.
We followed in the
impressed.
footsteps of a few AFL clubs.
We did, yeah. That's a great.
Yeah.
That's a great hint. It's probably too much of a hint.
No, sorry.
No, it's
Tweet
all right.
that out.
Yeah. Actually, no. I don't reckon it is because I don't think Sharky knows.
I know exactly what he's talking about.
Okay, maybe it is.
The Sharky knows though.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, if you do know, leave a comment
Yes.
on the thing.
Yep.
Comment it.
And rate us 5 stars.
Rate us 5 stars, and that should be what day do you reckon? What day? When are you doing the unveiling?
I believe we're doing the unveiling
Is it
on
like
the
on
ramp.
on New Year's? Is that
Oh
is
yeah,
that what,
maybe New Year's Day.
I thought we were doing it on the ramp up.
on the ramp. Well, are we? Wait, we got. Are we gonna have like a? Because we've pondered on the idea of having a Christmas special, but how would we do a Christmas special? Because we did say we're gonna have a Christmas episode. But
Christmas
what-
is on a Wednesday, so Tuesday night.
on Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve could be.
I've got
we-
some- I've
if
got-
we do that-
do the day before Christmas Eve, the Monday.
Yeah.
I could do the Monday.
Anyways, this is not for a
that we don't
podcast.
need,
To, we'll sort something out
Yeah.
for you guys.
So maybe we can do the
maybe
unveiling.
even pre-record one
Yeah,
like
true.
tomorrow or
Yeah.
something, and
we might maybe
just pretend
maybe
it's
reveal
Christmas
it on
Day.
the Christmas episode.
yeah. Alrighty. Thanks very much for tuning in. Make sure you give us a rating, and we'll catch you all on the next one.
Easy.
See yous.
See you guys.
It looks like that's the end of the Nothing But Footy podcast. Thanks very much for tuning in. Go ahead and check us out on all of our socials, and we'll see you on the next one.